Caitlin Clark, we speak high praise of who she is and what she's done for the WNBA, the money that she's bringing in, the endorsements, the sponsorships, and the shoe deals that she's bringing in, and for the future for like girls like Angel Reese and some of the young girls that are coming up through the college ranks. Why is it that every single one of these women playing in the WNBA have so much hate for this girl who's done nothing but good things for the WNBA? I want to know your opinion. Let's hear it.
Let's not blanket statement every single one.
A lot of them.
I think when you have to really understand how marginalized and how challenging the journey has been for a lot of women playing hoops. And when they feel like someone's been anointed it, they want to see it, and they're competitors. So you'll be like, man, when I guard her, it's going to be different. When I square up against her, I'll show her what's up. That's the competitor in these women, right? And then she comes on the court and busts their ass and shoots it from Ohio from 30 feet like that. And she's a star because when you watch hoop like we all do, whether it's the men's game, the women's game, she does stuff that no hooper does. She does stuff that makes you go, okay, like this woman's just different. So there's some jealousy, maybe. There's some resentment. I think there was some confusion at first is, wait, why is she getting all this praise? They didn't win it all in the Stewie said, if you don't win it all in college, like, does it, Diana was saying, oh, I'll take Paige over her. So they want to see it. Now they've seen it. And I think that's kind of dying down a little bit. I mean, she's tough. They embrace the villain role, the tres lechas. Like, I love the whole thing in Indiana. They should be a little better. She's been injured. She missed her 5th game tonight. I think I saw Speedy said on the update, or Fish said on the update. Yep. But it's growing pains, man. That league is crazy. That it's like the stuff that they have to go through and have endured over the last, 27 years. I mean, Joba, if you had to go to Russia or Bulgaria for 6 months out of the year to pitch and have no off season to make a living and make more money over there than here, like, you'd have resentment to how the leagues run and stuff. So it's just kind of a mess. But at the same time, it's growing and it's dope hoop. And if you go to the Barclays and just like go on a Tuesday night in July, it's a vibe. I'm all in on
but because she's doing what she's doing for the WNBA, these girls are not going to have to go to Belarus or Spain or Portugal to play basketball after the WNBA. So I don't know what's the bitching and moaning. And Diana Taurasi, please. Old woman Taurasi going out there and speaking like she's something special.
That's a UConn thing.
I'll give her my UConn. I'll tell you what I think of UConn and UConn basketball. I'm not going to say it on this radio show because we got a lot of UConnites listening to the show, and they're probably going to hate me after. What else is new? Everybody hates me. Kiss my ass. Joba hates me.
It's a great name for your autobiography, Earl. Everybody hates me.
Everybody hates me. That's perfect. Joba hates me.
That's like the show Everybody Hates Chris. Everybody hates Earl. What I want to know, Errol, you brought that up, and like obviously, Ben, you see it on a different spectrum as far as like covering it and what you do. Like, why do they just let these people go out there all willy nilly? I'll use Cheryl Swoops as an example. She's like, well, she had 5 and 6 years. She's 25 years old. She did it in 3.5 because she had a COVID shortened year in 2020, and she's only 22. Like, how come there's no like and I think it's great for the WNBA just because it's creating some type of feeling because it hasn't had any for a while, and how they said that the Fever wouldn't have made the playoffs without her. They won like 8 games the year before, like. And then they go to the playoffs. So
now, tough moment there for Cheryl Swoops, and she was sitting opposite.
She's taken more than one L though on some of the dumb shit she said.
I know that's been unfortunate to see her, and you got to think too. I mean, that's you're talking. Errol's talking about the women from today who are playing, beefing with her on the court. You're talking about previous generations, multiple times removed from the league, and so there's obviously some resentment there. But unfortunately, that was like a tough moment where it wasn't about your opinion, like, oh, I don't think she's going to be an all-star the first year or whatever. That's different than saying, like, she took 5 years and it took X amount of games when that's just wrong, right? And she is sitting opposite that modern-day Walter Cronkite, Gilbert Arenas, so I give her a little bit of all of us in this hot take space when we're trying to predict the future of sports, we've all had some cold ones. Like, You can look up my takes on Jokic. They're not my finest hour, but I don't get the facts wrong in terms of how many games the guy plays and whatnot. So, look, Joba, like you've seen it at different times in basketball. Like when Allen Iverson came in the league, it was a big conversation about him having to respect the elders of the game and having to, show love to the previous generation. There was like a lot of that.
Well, that was too with like his, wearing jerseys and chains and all that stuff.
All
too,
types
that
of
came
stuff,
with it.
right?
Yeah.
But now it's like LeBron's generation has made it cool kind of to like embrace the young guys.
So you're bringing up LeBron now.
There we go.
So you wanted to bring up LeBron James, and I'm going to tell you what I think about LeBron James. And first of all, it's not the NBA, it's the LJA. The LeBron James Association. It's run
go
by
get some
LeBron.
popcorn because he's going to go for a minute.
LeBron
right now.
James is the biggest bitch of them all. He's the second greatest basketball player ever to play. I am going to tell you this right now. He is the second greatest.
You're from Ohio. That's your man. I don't know what we're doing here.
LeBron James is the second greatest basketball player of all time, right behind Michael Jordan. I won't argue that. That is true. But him politically and opening his mouth and throwing people under the bus and saying the things that he has said and sticking up for assholes like Kyrie Irving, who's the most disrespectful piece of garbage in the NBA. Great ball handler, probably right behind AI. You can argue that he's probably the second greatest ball handler we've ever seen. But the fact is, LeBron James has ruined the game. Here he is, right there. He's a LeBron James enthusiast right over there with his little Kobe, whatever the hell it is, popcorn eating, mongrel pretzel eating ball sucker.
Can you? All right. So clearly you're not a LeBron fan. I get it.
No, I think he's the second greatest basketball player of all time. I said,
no, but you're not a fan. And
he's an idiot.
You said some pretty offensive and derogatory things about him.
He's
so
an
I see
ass.
where you stand. But I'll ask you this much: like, I'm trying to think in culture, pop culture, media, entertainment, sports, and then sports are a part of that. Who has been introduced to us as the chosen one? Like, this is the guy from like 16 and then held that to 41 without jumping on the couch like Tom Cruise and having Scientology debates and things, without having real falls from grace with the law.
Now you brought it up. Okay, this is the same LeBron James that was going to the P. Diddy parties, hanging out with P. Diddy, going to those freak-offs, okay? Please.
Hold on.
LJA, baby. If it's not P. Diddy, it's Spike friggin' Lee. I am done. LJA, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Silver is LeBron James's bitch. That's what he is.
I don't know about
you can eat it.
Listen,
you can suck
it. As someone who takes great pride in covering the
I'm
NBA,
having fun. I'm having
be
fun.
honest,
I'm having fun.
It's a little much what you're saying,
I'm
considering
having fun. I'm having fun.
what this guy
it
has.
Is the LJ.
The guy built a school, dog. Like, he built a school.
Yeah.
Like,
well, if I had his money, I'd be building churches, schools.
And he had. And he stood up for a lot of marginalized people. I think he's actually created the point I was originally trying to make, which I think is kind of interesting. If you'll indulge me for a moment.
Let's go.
The idea that, like, this next generation of players, there's not this resentment right now when LeBron and KD and Steph are all going to be passing the torch. There's kind of a brotherhood that's formed. There's economic empowerment. There's like taking your career into your own hands. There's these guys are passing the torch and they're given the blueprint. They're not sitting in their ivory towers saying, you guys are the next gen. You're not having it like us. We're not seeing that from these guys.
Really? KD has how many Twitter accounts? 8, 9, 10?
Talking to you. He's talking to you. But I'm talking about when he's sitting down with Victor Wembanyama and giving him jewels on how to be a pro at the highest level and be a global superstar when you're, come on, man. Like, these guys, that's the thing too. And Joba, like, you guys get all this money and you're so young and all this fame. And we know how many guys can we talk about who messed it up or blew it.
Ben, why do you think that it is more prevalent, as you said, like from the men's side of thing? Wouldn't, like, now that they're getting this opportunity from the women's side of it, wouldn't you want to embrace that more to, like, as we always get excited about the guy that signs a great contract before us because he sets the mark now. And now, boom, that mark now I'm going to have the opportunity to get a shoe deal or to make more in arbitration or free agency or have that marketing stuff. We're all trying to be the best that we can be, and they get to that level, right? And so wouldn't you want to praise that and be like, look at all this stuff. Look at how much more our attendance is up. And like, I would shower her with all the praise in the world. And is she the only one? No. There's been great players before. Lobo, you've had Lisa Leslie. You've had a ton of great women's basketball players. And then when somebody comes like this, it just blows my mind.
You're absolutely right. It's a watershed moment for the league, and it's the only year 2 for her. So I still think there's some growing pains with it. And I think eventually when this new collective bargaining agreement gets done, which is like has everybody on edge right now and all this influx of TV and new media partners and stuff, once that dust settles, they'll be like, oh, this is the golden goose. We all can eat off this. The game is going to grow. You're going to have 3 new franchises in the next 3 years, I think, in Toronto, and you already saw Golden State. You're going to see Detroit. They just announced Cleveland. So it's like when Caitlin Clark starts coming to town in those cities and they realize, oh, wow, the hotel's sold out. Oh, wow, ESPN's here. Oh, look at Countdown here. The restaurant's sold out. Like, I think let's give it some time.